Hi and welcome to April the 1st, 2013's Raw review. This was the go-home show for Wrestlemania, and the show opened with Cena coming out to the ring, with Michael Cole saying it's the usual mixed reaction, and all you could hear was boos. I didn't hear one cheer for Cena, but apparently that's a mixed reaction. During the promo, the crowd chanted "Cena sucks." The only difference was there's usually a "Let's go Cena, Cena sucks." There was no "Let's go Cena." And then Cena also got some boring chants again this week, and I thought it was a bit heelish in the way he sort of reacted to them, because he just stood there in the middle of the ring, held the microphone down away from his mouth, and just waited. He just thought, I'm not going to say another word until he stopped chanting boring. So when the crowd does finally stop chanting boring to let him carry on with his promo, Cena then smirks at the crowd, and it came across in quite a heelish way to me, but let me know what you think about it. The build-up for Jericho versus Fandango was pretty similar to last week's, really, apart from you couldn't hear Jericho this week telling him what to say. I did like the Miz and Barrett build-up. I thought it was really good the way Barrett was not taking his eyes off him the whole match. Every single move he hit, his eyes were on the Miz, and they even acknowledged it on commentary. And I also thought that the Miz did a good job on commentary to help hype the match. They didn't go overboard with it because it is only a mid-card match, but they did enough to get you interested and actually wanting to see the match, so I thought that was good. One match that I'm really not interested in seeing at Wrestlemania is the Swagger versus Del Rio match. They've done nothing at all, even in this show. I wasn't interested at all in the match between Del Rio and Zeb. Even the promo in Washington with Jack Swagger didn't do anything for me. I just have zero interest going into that match at WrestleMania. To say it's a World Heavyweight title match, I would have much preferred to see The Miz and Wade Barrett with the World Heavyweight title. I think it would have meant a lot more. Shawn Michaels returned and announced that he will be in Triple H's corner at WrestleMania, but I don't really like the fact that Shawn Michaels needs to be involved in every Triple H match at WrestleMania. It just feels a bit repetitive for him to keep doing it. I don't think it needed it either. I think it should have just been Triple H fighting Brock Lesnar alone. And obviously Brock Lesnar's going to have Paul Heyman, but he's a heel and it makes more sense. I had no problem with him bringing Shawn out on Raw and talking about it. I thought that was good. It's WrestleMania season and Shawn Michaels a legend, so I did understand that. I just didn't understand why Triple H needs to get him involved in all of his matches. So then later in the show, The Rock comes out and he cuts a more babyface promo than what Cena did earlier. He's not being as serious at the start of the promo, but it makes more sense that he wouldn't be, because Cena's not out there with him. He's not got any real reason to be, but he does make it more serious by the end of the promo. And I do think they've done enough to get me interested in this match. It's more, I think, because I'm really looking to see what happens with Cena's character. I mean, if Cena just wins and then it's his redemption at WrestleMania and that's it, I don't really have much interest in that. I'm just really hoping that it goes in a different direction, like seeing how Cena could cope with another loss to The Rock, or if Cena's going to turn heel and do something to make sure that he wins the match. That's what's got me really interested. The match of the night easily goes to Dolph Ziggler versus Daniel Bryan. When I seen the two of them go into the ring, there wasn't much doubt that it was going to be. And I am actually looking forward to seeing the match at WrestleMania, to see Big E Langston actually in a match. I think they did a really good job of putting Big E Langston over as a monster, the way he countered Kane's chokeslam into the big ending. And then we come to the final segment of Raw, which I was a bit surprised at, that they'd gave Undertaker and CM Punk the final Raw segment before WrestleMania, just because they haven't seemed to have that much attention in recent weeks. So for them to be in this spot is, I suppose, fair, because they haven't had the attention, but I really didn't like the way this angle played out. I really liked last week's where they weren't talking about Paul Bearer, and when I first seen Paul Heyman come out dressed as Paul Bearer, I just thought, oh no, what are they going to do with this? And when CM Punk attacked Undertaker, I thought, okay, it's just, they've not gone too far with it really. Then when he starts opening the urn and throwing supposedly Paul Bearer's ashes all over the Undertaker and rubbing him on his chest and on his face, I just thought, why have they took this back to this direction? Last week they moved away from it and it was better, but then this week it felt like they took it a bit too far anyway. Just because the crowd didn't seem happy about it, it seemed like cheap heat for CM Punk. And even Paul Heyman looked kind of awkward at the top of the stage with the crowd reaction. He was just sort of stood there. I'm just not sure why they decided to go back with that direction. But from that ending of Raw, it looks pretty obvious that The Undertaker's going to get his revenge at WrestleMania, and the streak's going to continue. So overall, I didn't think it was a bad show, but I think certain parts of it could have been better. Let me know what you think of the show in the comments box below. And until next time, Thanks for watching.